want to ask you all one more kind of lighthearted question before I ask us to get a little bit more real and deep. Not that you're not being real right now, but to be a little bit deeper. What do your weekends look like now? Because if you're like the rest of us, which I know that everybody here can relate, is you wake up on Saturday and you're like, okay, it's the same thing, minus the work. So Charles, why don't you tell us what do your weekends look like now?
Okay, so they haven't changed a whole lot. You know, they're teenagers, so guess what? They're letting you know 2 days in advance that they're going to sleep until 11 o'clock. Okay, on Saturday.
Yeah.
Fine, but no, I usually pull them up. I work with the Hill Country Daily Bread Ministry, and I'll go to HEB or Walmart and pick up, food supplies and take them there. And I usually try to grab one of them to go with me. And if they do, we go to Whataburger, we grab a breakfast sandwich, and we have some time together. So they help to minister with me to go. We get back, we're knocking out a breakfast.
Okay, wait, hold on, Charles. I'm going to interrupt you because I'm going to ask a question that I know when you said that they, that Sam and Charlotte will minister with you. In my mind, I'm trying to picture my boys being like, yes, we're, and they're church staff kids. So you think they would, be happy to minister all the time, right. But that's not always the case. So just tell me a little bit about how that dynamic happens when you're asking them, hey, we're going to do this on the weekend. How do they respond?
Okay. So at first they say, we have to get up that early. I go, yes, it's part of it. I go, you're going to enjoy it because you know what? When you really think about what we're doing, there are hundreds of families and kids who are going to be benefiting from what we do. We go and we load the vehicle up with soon to expire bread and meat and dairy products from HEB. We load them up and we take them to Hill Country Daily Bread Ministries, and we put them in the cooler and what have you. So from there, they can see and understand that in a day or so, there are going to be families and kids their age who are going to be benefiting from your work and what have you. And we are so blessed to have what we have now. And you need to always remember that we are blessed. That
they usually enjoy it, right?
Yes, you're helping others. You're helping families. You're helping kids your age. And there's a thing that I have to say with them. They go to public schools here at school and here in town, and I'll say, Charlotte, there's in your math class or your chemistry class, there's 5 or 6 people there who probably go to bed without a dinner. And you just don't know that. They don't talk about it. You don't talk about it. You just don't know that. So you are helping people, a long line of people. You just don't know it. So you have to engage with them to help them understand what they're doing. So that's the ministry. And so when I have one-on-one time with them to talk about it when we're driving in the car, what have you, that's, it's very helpful to them, and they get it. You can see it just sinking down into them.
Yeah.
And they take it to the next level when they get older. So.
That's good. Now on Sunday mornings, how does that look?
So thankfully for y'all, you're still having, if you will, you're having a student ministry with Sam. So Sam will grab the laptop. So he's middle school. He'll grab the laptop and go to the kitchen, and he'll watch the 11:30 service, and then Charlotte and I will watch Travis at the 11:30 service as well. I really try to get her to watch the earlier one as well, because I watch both of them because I enjoy I miss the worship, and she does too, and so I try to get her to do that. But we see a service at 11:30. We participate, and with we have a cracker and our cranberry juice, if you will, and we engage in the prayer that Travis offers. So we engage in what we are hearing, and just let that stuff sink in. It really works. It's nice that Oak Hills Church offers that for their members to do. So so we participate that, and then we do stuff. We got Ranger the dog, right? We go out walking, and there's just a lot of things that we do to keep busy, because the weekends are the time to build and pray and just enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. At a little slower pace.
Yeah, we certainly take advantage of it.
Yeah. Angie, what about you guys?
Yeah, so Saturday, I don't know if it's changed too terribly much, but Saturdays is typically our get things done around the house day and grocery shopping day. But I guess in a way that it's kind of changed for us is that we're probably more alert on looking for opportunities to help other people right now. One of the, obviously because it is my story as a widow, but and single person, just looking for opportunities to help other single people. And Lainey and I both have been really blessed to have some just fantastic friends, both from our small group studies to our time helping out with student ministries and just neighborhood, I don't know, God's just so good to us. And so looking for opportunities to help other people. So when we're out shopping, we're letting people know, hey, we're out. Do you need something? And so just making sure that we're being the hands and feet of Jesus to other people when we're doing kind of our day-to-day stuff. It typically always is breakfast in the morning. And then, if the weather is nice, we'll do something. We'll cook together and do dinner outside or whatever works for us. So we're pretty flexible on Saturdays. Sundays is church time. We're pretty adamant about getting up in the morning. We have our coffee together, breakfast together, and we watch Travis in the morning time at 9:30. And so that's been really, really awesome. And then also just trying to find, we use right now media quite a bit. I've just found it to be just a fantastic resource because there's something for somebody. It doesn't matter what it is. There's something for someone. So just finding things that are interesting to both she and I, and just trying to listen to those series, spending some time together in prayer, making sure that we're doing our worship time, and then just relaxing and really treating the Sabbath day like it's a Sabbath day, because although we're at home all day, Monday through Friday, we're at home and we're not relaxing. And so really just trying to make sure that we are, we're treating it like it's the Sabbath and we're relaxing. So we try to make the weekends pretty easy peasy.
And it's easy to do that now.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know, it's nice. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but it is truly perspective. Whereas a lot of people are struggling right now, we really just have found that it's almost been reviving to our family to be able to be forced to have this time. And we're just trying to take advantage of it to the best that we possibly can.
Yeah. That's good. Thanks, Angie.
Mm-hmm.
Amy and Eric, what about you guys?
Well, some of the things stay the same, but others are different, right? So, we wake up, we have a big breakfast. Our kids have to earn their media privilege, and Saturday mornings are a big one to do that for them, right? So they get all their chores done. So it's a big day, just like you said, Angie, it's a day for us to kind of get things done around the house, and we do a lot of that together. But we have a big breakfast later on Saturdays, and there's a lot of playing after our chores are done. So that's good. We were one of those families, and everybody on the block knew it, that went skiing over spring break.
Oh.
We're one of those Summit County families, so people don't really want us getting anything for them right now. They definitely don't want us baking for them. They don't want us to pick up groceries for them. In fact, people have literally seen me across the street and said, "You stay there." We're fine. I'm turning red, but it's true.
They issued a quarantine order, and the day after we left, they closed all the ski areas. There were so many cases. So
we had been skiing, and everybody knew it, and so it's kind of like, please don't come around here. We love you, but just stay away. So what we did last weekend, we actually started it on Friday, was I talked with the kids about, what we can't do those kinds of things to help others right now, but what can we do? And my stepmom, actually, who is recovering from cancer, a tumor came back. So this past weekend, I called my seamstress for Ouchie Wrap, and I asked if there's any way she could make masks for my stepmom, because there aren't any, and she's in New York. So we put together packages, and the kids made cards, and just get well soon. And then my half-sister, she just had a baby recently, and so we put together things that we had for little kids around the house to make her a special package. And so that's how the kids could be involved, and that's what we did. But it is challenging because still we're here. It's a little bit Groundhog Day. in the house still. Yeah. So, but we try to come up with fun things. One thing I did want to share with people, because I don't know whether there's anyone on who might have younger kids like we do. And actually, it's funny because I feel like mine are older because they're 9, you know. But I kind of helped raise the first set of my late sister's kids when they were itty bitty, and that was 20 years ago. So, in any event, one thing that we do every weekend, and it stayed the same throughout COVID-19, is we make a big list of gottas and wannas. You want to talk about that, honey?
Yeah, essentially we have our chore list. You got to take out the trash, you got to mow the lawn, you got to clean up your room, you got to do the laundry, and then everybody gets to pick a wanna. So I want to go for a mountain bike ride. Kids want to get a little bit of tablet time, or we all want to have a family movie together, or we want to get ice cream or something to that effect. So
drive-through only.
Yeah, drive-through only. Delivery. So.
That's kind of what and then on Sundays, will you tell them about what the kids did? We ran out of crackers and how Cameron set up with communion.
Oh yeah, we used Dixie cups with apple juice and wheat thins, and set up for each member of the family.
But last week we ran out, so they set out goldfish instead.
It's apropos to the fish.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, you guys. Kevin and Tara, what do weekends look like for you?
Well, we had something unusual happen, is that the day before all of the stay-at-home orders were issued, we had our garage project start, where they were converting our garage and taking down all the cabinets and putting putting the flooring in and all the rest of it. So what that meant is we had 15 years worth of stuff that we had to get out of the garage and into a trailer. And now, what day is today? I don't know what day it is. Anyway, so this weekend we've been putting everything back in the nice new garage. So that's been our weekends. Work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, it's interesting to hear so many families have similar patterns of behavior, because like we're definitely the Saturday morning chore, list of things that the kids need to do, participate in terms of cleaning the house. And I don't know if any other moms can relate to this right now, but I like things to be kind of in its place and neat, tidy, and clean for the most part. Like that just makes me feel happy. It's my happy place. So it's really hard because everyone's at home all the time and making messes all the time. And I gave up that issue a long time ago, but I just realized yesterday I was grouchy, and it was because I was like, what are all those little tiny pieces of paper all over the whole entire house and floor and stairs, and travels here and there? Is there no end to all these little pieces of things all over the place? It's like, no, there's no end to it, because there's the people are in the house all the time, making messes all the time. So I realized, I was like, wow, this is what's happened. It's because everyone's always here at the house. Yeah. So I'd have moments when I could clean, and now I'm like, that's not happening. So, but we like to do the Sunday morning worship together as a family, and we did. I'm going to give you guys a little something. So Sunday we drove to a place called Willow City Loop. If you haven't heard of it, write it down. It's called Willow City Loop. It's in Fredericksburg. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive from from Bernie area. And right now is when all the wildflowers are in bloom. It's a 13-mile drive. You don't have to get out of the car, but a lot of people do, to take pictures in the flowers. It's free, it's easy, and it's a little day trip. Quick, little, easy place to take it. We did that on Sunday.
That's good. Thanks for that.